Hello, everybody, and welcome to Apocaflix News Bits. I'm Jacob Bartley.
Gio Ramos here.
And we're here to report on the daily news of the day. This is something new that we're trying out. We're going to try to bring this to you daily from now on since we have a lot of time coming up. So, first of all, we got our lineup. Today we're going to talk about Tom Hardy being cast as Venom. We're going to talk about Tom Holland playing a young Nathan Drake in an Uncharted movie. We're also going to talk about the Universal Dark Universe and what they have planned coming up. But first and foremost, we want to talk about something which is both the biggest news story of the day and the most tragic thing we're going to talk about for a while, and the most tragic thing I can remember in recent memory regarding the movie world. And most of you movie fans probably already know, but Zack Snyder, the director of Man of Steel, and he's kind of been shepherding this whole DCEU universe. His daughter passed away a few months ago, and the public is just learning of this now.
Oh, yeah.
And he apparently has stepped down from finishing, directing Justice League and post-production of Justice League, and Joss Whedon, director of Avengers, is going to come in and finish the film for him. But this isn't just out of nowhere. We heard about a month ago that Joss Whedon was in serious talks to direct Batgirl for Warner Bros. And DC. So this is a really tough thing to talk about. I told you this from the beginning because on one end, the first thing you want to talk about is how horrible this is for the Snyder family. Like, this is tragic. I can't even fathom what they are going through. It's horrible.
Yeah, Zack Snyder, Deborah Snyder, they both took a leave of absence from Justice League, and Joss Whedon stepping in, who's directing Batgirl. But more importantly, Zack Snyder, he tried to work through this. This happened back in March.
Well, yeah, it happened in March, and he's just now stepping down. So
yeah, his daughter.
There's a narrative that we don't know.
Yeah, his daughter committed suicide. He's been holding it in. There's been photos online of Snyder at the Wonder Woman premiere, and you look at the photos, and you couldn't tell that something was wrong with him. He held it in fairly good considering what was going on, and so he decided, you know what, I'm not going to be able to work through this. They had planned reshoots. They still had post-production work that needed to be done.
Yeah.
But under the circumstances, it was too much for him to bear. So he got in touch with Joss Whedon, and we know Joss Whedon's had experience with the Avengers, obviously, and Avengers Age of Ultron. So he knows how to handle these team-up superhero, big blockbuster event films. And he's going to come in and handle the reshoots and continue the post-production work. And I'm thinking he will get director credit, co-director.
Yeah, he's going to get something, if not second unit director, or something like that. He's going to have something big in the credits. But yeah, it's weird because I could see some people saying, like, well, they just bring Joss Whedon in, what the heck? Like, those people who divide Marvel and DC, and we should be loving this whole genre together. But it's not out of nowhere. DC and Warner Bros. Already had their eye on Joss Whedon. They've already been talking. He's most likely gonna direct the Batgirl, I'm assuming.
Yes, right. And
so this, as a business move, it makes sense. As like a personal, emotional issue, like there's no way to really get around this. Like, it's hard for me to be happy that Joss Whedon is gonna handle the reshoots and finish post production. Like, that makes me feel better about the movie coming out if I separate the personal, emotional side with the business side. Like, as a comic book movie fan, I think that's good for the film overall. Like, I love what Zack Snyder did with Man of Steel. It's one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. I love Batman v Superman to a certain extent. And I was really excited to see what Zack Snyder did. This is still his movie, but it's going to have Joss Whedon's handprints all over it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but first and foremost, you know, my thoughts and prayers out to the Snyder family, Zack Snyder, his wife, and I don't know how they're going to get over this, but I wish them the best going forward. And if this was going to happen, I don't think there's a better name you could have brought in other than Joss Whedon to do this. And I hope it all works out for everybody. These unfortunate circumstances are hard, but what can we do, you know, as fans?
Just tweet out your support to Snyder right now on his Twitter. Just, send your thoughts and prayers. Trust me, it means a lot. It really does. And I'm hoping him and his family, go through as quick as a recovery as you could possibly go through for something like this.
Yeah, it's tough.
Right now, they're tending to their children and being there for their family, and that's more important than a movie. But Justice League is in good hands, so it's just for me this project just got like 5 times more interesting. This Justice League movie, and I hate to talk about it, but it is the elephant in the room. What's going to happen with Justice League, and
who's going to get credit if it's great? Who's going to get destroyed if it sucks? And that's all the politics of the movie world, but. I just want to enjoy the movie, go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So. And I'm excited to get both of the directors' take on it. It's going to be both of their film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit of Whedon, a little bit of Snyder, best of both worlds. You wish the circumstances were better, but, it is what it is. The movie's in good hands.
All right, well, as hard as it is, we're going to move on from that topic and talk about something that dropped on Friday of this past week. It kind of went around, and it's not typical for a big movie news story to drop on the weekend because they want all the trades to talk about it and stuff. But this did drop on Friday, and that is that Tom Hardy has been cast as Venom in Sony's separate from Spider-Man universe with Zombieland director Ruben Fleischer at the helm. He has also directed 30 Minutes or Less, Gangster Squad. Seems like he has a good relationship with Jesse Eisenberg, maybe.
Yeah.
But just the big thing here is that Tom Hardy's going to play Venom, and what this means for the Sony Venom universe, I guess we can call it. How do you feel about this? I haven't heard your thoughts on this casting yet.
Well, I do like the idea of a Venom spin-off solo movie that won't take place in the MCU because I just feel like Venom is too dark of a character, honestly.
I was iffy about it at first, but now that I have time to think about it, I'm really on board with the idea.
Yeah, so, and I'm hoping it's going to be R-rated, but an R rating doesn't make a film
I think it will be.
Great or not. It's the creative freedom to, explore the character. And for a while, nobody was really like convinced that Sony could handle another, a shot at doing their own universe,
because they had big plans with the Amazing Spider-Man universe, with
saw how
Sinister Six and all that. Yeah.
So now that you get a person like Tom Hardy who doesn't just take any role, he's very selective.
Oh yeah, He's one of the biggest movie stars. There's not a lot of movie stars out there anymore, and Tom Hardy is one of the biggest. I would say top 5 male movie stars working today.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And we know he's talented, and so the fact that he's coming on board opens everyone's eyes about this Venom movie. It starts getting taken a little more serious now. As for the director, he did do Zombieland.
Zombieland's great.
I like 30 Minutes or Less.
I didn't mind it. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I haven't seen Gangster Squad, so I can't.
Neither have I, and I probably am not ever going to watch it.
I mean, I've heard bad things, but I need to watch it for myself, I suppose.
Yeah. So, I love Tom Hardy's being attached. It's never a bad thing to bring on talent, as Campy always says. This is great news, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, how can you not love this, honestly? Like, when you're talking about, who's going to play Venom, you could throw around so many names. And, people could say, I would love for Tom Hardy to play Venom. Oh, but he'll never do it.
Right.
He's doing it. And this is great. This shows me that, just like, kind of like the Universal Monsters universe, when they cast Tom Cruise and they cast, Johnny Depp and Javier Bardem and all those names, I'm like, wow, they're really taking this seriously.
We're going to talk about that, yeah.
And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But casting Tom Hardy is a great move. The fact that they got him to agree to do it means he's behind whatever the creative vision is for this movie.
Yeah.
And I went from like a level 6 of excitement for Venom to 10.
Wow.
To 10.
All right.
Because of Tom Hardy's casting. He's one of the best. I've loved him ever since, Inception and stuff like that.
The Warrior.
The
Warrior.
Revenant. I even like that movie him and Chris Pine did with Reese Witherspoon, This Means War, the little romantic comedy.
That's a fun
it's
movie.
Not a great movie, but it's fun. And
yeah.
their chemistry, Chris Pine and Tom Hardy's chemistry is great in that.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to another guy named Tom. So, out of nowhere, and this is news from today, on the actual day that we're recording this. It came out earlier today on Monday. So, Deadline has reported that Tom Holland is going to star in an Uncharted movie, a video game adaptation that will focus on a young Nathan Drake. Apparently, the head of Sony, another Tom Rothman, is very impressed with Holland,
Toms, man.
which put the whole thing into motion. Now, I don't know anything about Uncharted. I watched my brothers play it out in the living room. I've never played it.
It's
I know
Indiana
it's like
Jones-esque.
Indiana Jones in modern day-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of Tomb Raider-ish. So I have no opinion there, but like just at Tom Holland, as far as I've seen, he's a good actor. He has a strong presence on screen. And right now he's a hot name, and I know movie stars aren't the same as they once were, but you know, he's as far as young actors go, he's a name. People know who he is because he's attached to Spider-Man. So I think this is smart from a business angle, and also me not being attached to the character at all. I don't really care that they're going so young, so I'm down with it. I mean, I would have been cool to see like a Bradley Cooper in this role, but why not, you know, get somebody young? Why I say they're casting so young is so they can make 6 movies, like every other franchise is trying to do. But you never know. If this movie comes out, it kills, it makes a lot of money, they could make 3, 4, 5 movies. And if you want an actor to be able to play this character for 15 years, why not go young? If you cast a Bradley Cooper or something like that, you can't go that young. So how do you feel about Tom Hardy being cast in this Uncharted movie and the fact that it's coming at all?
Tom Holland.
Oh, did I say Tom Hardy?
You said Tom Hardy. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, if Tom Hardy was cast,
think about it. Tom Hardy, Tom Holland.
Tom.
It's so many
Warner
Tom.
Brothers,
yeah, Tom freaking Whitworth. I don't know.
Look, Tom Holland, he's a really good actor. You know, The Impossible. That's when I
haven't
first
seen
saw
it yet,
him.
but I'm definitely going to watch it.
In obviously Civil War, he made a great impression.
Yes,
you know,
he
first
did,
impression. With so much stacked against him. I'm like you. I don't play the Uncharted. I'm an Xbox guy. All right, so I don't play PlayStation. I want to someday, but anyways, look. Okay, we know that Indiana Jones isn't coming until like 2020.
Yeah.
So as far as like similarities, like and competition,
and we have Tomb Raider too.
Yeah, we have Tomb Raider.
Is basically Indiana Jones with the female in the world.
Yeah, pretty much. So I mean, there isn't as much competition as there would be like a Star Trek and a Star Wars and a Guardians of the Galaxy,
all in the same year, you know,
sci-fi, soap opera, you know, stuff. I mean, I don't know how to feel.
When you don't know the source material, it's hard. Like
that
Tom Holland playing a young Indiana Jones type character. That's as far as we know. And why not? I mean, there's no negative side.
How do you feel about people saying Nathan Drake's supposed to be a bit older? I mean,
see, I have no idea. I've seen the character in the video game, and he is like in his, you know, late 20s, early 30s, maybe mid 30s, and I understand. But they're also in the third game. There's flashbacks to him as a kid, and how he has this mentor type character. What I'm saying is, look, Tom Hardy's gonna play the younger version of this character.
Tom Holland is going to play the younger version.
Tom Holland is going to
I'm here to help you, okay?
You know who I'm talking about. And it's, come on, Tom with an H.
Okay.
Tom Holland is going to play the younger version of this character, and then he's going to grow into the older version that you all know. I understand, because if it was something that I really cared about and they were going like completely opposite, I would be upset too, but this... I don't know how they feel about this character, so I don't know. But I think what their plan is to have him play him young and then grow into the role and become the Nathan Drake that fans know now as an adult.
And you don't think 2 franchises is too much for a young actor?
Here's the thing. See, I wanted Tom Holland to play the Green Ranger in Power Rangers. First of all, they're probably not making a sequel, so that's probably not going to happen. But also, definitely, if he's going to be in Uncharted, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Because
they needed a known name to come in and play the role. Anyways, but I was like, they'll never do it, because how's he going to balance, you know, if he plays Tommy in Power Rangers, that's a big role. He can't balance Spider-Man and Power Rangers.
I got you.
This is a bigger role than Tommy in Power Rangers, in my opinion. I mean, because he's the main lead.
Yeah, no, it's a bigger role. Yeah.
But maybe the movies won't come out as frequent, you know?
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough. He's not going to be able to do any like indie dramas, but why doesn't he do? He's so young. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving on to our last story of today. So Universal put out, you know, a press release, and they put out a video, some photos, and they officially named their Monsters universe Dark Universe. This is going to include the new Mummy movie that's coming out. It's going to include Jekyll and Hyde. It's going to include Frankenstein, Creature of the Black Lagoon, all the classic Universal monsters. The Invisible Man. So they put out this video, named their universe, and they set a release date for the next film in the universe, which is Bride of Frankenstein, and it will come out in February of 2019. And director of Beauty and the Beast, Bill Condon, will direct the film. So, Gio, how do you feel about Universal naming their universe? What do you think about the name of the universe? And what do you think about Bride of Frankenstein being the next film to come out with this director attached?
So, Universal, if there's one thing that they know, it's franchises. Jurassic World, $1 billion. Furious 7, $1 billion.
Yeah. They made a lot of money recently.
Which one was it? Despicable Me 2 or 1? Or one of them got close to $1 billion. Yeah. And now Monsters. I have a good feeling that Mummy's going to hit.
I'm excited for the Mummy, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really excited for the
Mummy.
Mummy.
And who would have thought,
honestly.
you know? It's like wait, this is the same Mummy that Brendan Fraser did? You know, like, who would have thought, you know, you'd be
I'm excited, man.
As for the name, Dark Universe is not a bad name. I like Monsters Universe or Monster Universe better. Or Monsterverse, or
something that.
Something along the dark. Okay,
this is tough because I think like the Godzilla King Kong universe has the word monster in it too. So I don't know.
No, that's a good idea.
I would like Universal's Monster Universe. I don't know.
Right? No, you got
Universal's Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Monster Squad universe.
And Bride of Frankenstein. Look, you got Javier Bardem and Bill Condon.
Is Javier Bardem playing Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster?
Well, Frankenstein's monster because Frankenstein is
the doctor.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Yes.
Dr. Frankenstein.
So, did they announce who he's playing?
Who?
Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
He's playing the monster?
Yeah, he's playing the one with
That's
the
cool.
with the screw.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Dude, if you know anything about Javier Bardem, that dude is a monster. He can be when he wants to be. I mean, he's so good with villain roles.
Oh, yeah.
It's like about Don Chugar in No Country for Old Men.
Skyfall.
Raul Silva.
Dude, that villain is creepy.
Yeah, he's creepy. And now in Pirates of the Caribbean 5, we're hearing that he's one of the best parts of the movie, which is no surprise. I mean, he's an Academy Award-winning actor, so definitely buy it. Bill Condon. I liked what he did with Beauty and the Beast. You know, I mean,
it's good.
It had enormous expectations, and you know, I don't think any of us were expecting it.
I feel like as far as fit for story, directing Beauty and the Beast and then directing Bride of Frankenstein, has similar elements in a way.
And he also did Twilight Dawn.
The last one, which I heard is the best one.
I liked that.
I heard it's the best one. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so the Monster Universe, I'm looking forward to it. You know, they got some bona fide, you know, A-list actors: Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, Javier Bardem, Sofia Boutella, Russell Crowe. It's like, who else? Give me more, you know? Like, I can't wait.
Yeah, this cast in this universe, like, kind of shits on everyone else. I mean, look at the MCU is stacked, but they've had years to stack. This is like right out the gate. This is who they got. This is crazy. But the thing is, they have legends on their side. Like all of them, all those four main males.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I hear people complaining about, oh, why does everything have to be a shared universe? Not everything is a shared universe. We have so many movies that aren't shared universes. We're gonna, you know, in the next 5 years, we're gonna probably have like no more than maybe like. And this is a large number, but I'm going to say, like, let's say we have 8 to 10 shared universes going on at once, you know? Yeah. There's not going to be more than that. We're going to have 8 to 10 shared universes, and we're going to have all the other movies that come out.
Yeah.
So that's not bad when you compare it all.
Not at all, no.
So for me, I love the idea of shared universes. I don't know why. Like, I'm not attached to the classic Universal monsters. Like, I've watched the movies when I was a kid, and I enjoy them. They're scary as hell, but they're not, like, something that I love, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for these movies now because it's a shared universe. Like,
and
the idea of that excites me. And the actors and everything. The Mummy looks great. I hope it's great. I love the Brendan Fraser Mummy, the first one. So I'm really excited for this. Dark Universe, whatever. The only reason I don't like that name is because weren't they going to call the Justice League Dark movie Dark Universe?
Justice League Dark or something like that.
They were going to call it Dark Universe.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know, but it's not. That was never official.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to call it Justice League Dark because they don't want the Justice League name attached to it.
Of course, yeah.
They were going to name it Dark Universe. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. But yeah, and Bride of Frankenstein, I remember watching that movie as a kid, and it's pretty scary, and that's cool. That's an interesting choice for their second film, and we get it in 2 years. It makes sense for the start of a cinematic universe, and I liked Beauty and the Beast. It's pretty good, so I'm cool with the director. Yeah.
We agree.
All right, well, that's going to do it for daily news bits for Apocaflix Movies this Monday. May 22nd, 2017. I want to thank Gio for joining me, man. Where can they find you online, and tell them a little bit about what you do on this site?
Find me on Twitter at GeoRamos24. No,
You changed it.
GeoDude90.
Yeah.
Sorry, for the longest time it was
Pokemon.
Twitter at
right?
GeoDude90. Yes.
Pokemon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just decided to go with it. I love Pokemon. You can find me on apocaflixmovies.com, where I write editorials, reviews, news articles. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing more videos.
Yes,
I'm the
we
guy.
all are.
I'm the guy who talks about DC and all that. Obviously, I'm the enthusiast, apologist. Call me whatever you want, but just don't call me late for dinner.
And I am Jacob Bartley. You can find me on Twitter at Jacob Bartley _. I'm probably going to change that soon. They need to extend it to one more character so I can fit Grand Moff Bartley on there. That's my Star Wars nickname.
Nice.
And you can find me on this YouTube channel. Please subscribe, hit that like button. We're doing a lot of cool stuff, especially coming up. We got some big plans coming through. And please let me get a Power Ranger sequel. All right, thank you all for listening. Until next time, take care.